Okay, boys, all right. There's a new app, so I'm just learning to Lance and Jasper with you. Gator Nation. You know, a lot of Gator Nation. Lance and Jasper with you, Gator Nation 2019. Gator Talk, a lot of hate in the media, of course. Rivals, SEC Network, Farm Bomb, Big Shots, they call them. You know, talking heads. Whatever you say about them, I say it's just a bunch of media trying to piss in your face and tell you it's rain. Lance and Jasper ain't buying it, baby. You ain't pissing my face and telling me it's rain. I know the difference, and that's why I'm here for Gator Nation. Help y'all out. So, a lot of talk in the off season. Of course, you had Jalen Jones getting a little bit of scandal. Jalen Jones got into a little bit of trouble out there. He transferring out. Followed up with Chris Steele. Got a lot of Gator fans up in arms. Got a lot of media people trying to take shots at Dan Mullen's character, the way he runs a football program. I've heard Saturday down south talking about he's mocking the Gator standard. He don't recruit. I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. Losing the Bowman kid to Clemson has nothing to do with the Gators. All right. I mean, you might want to look down the road and see who won 2 out of 3 national championships against the Alabama Crimson Tide. I mean, it is no other than Dabo Swinney and Clemson Tigers in a league where the kid ain't gonna get tackled hard. Are you kidding? I mean, you want to go to the NFL fresh, be a running back in the SEC. You don't come to the SEC and pray for an NFL career. Just ask Leonard Fournette. So, you know, it has nothing to do with Dan Mullen and the Gator standard and how they're not recruiting. When we get our football complex built, we'll get them kind of players too. There's not many places in America has football facilities with a success that Clemson's celebrating right now under Dabo Swinney, and credit to them. I mean, how does Clemson get ahead of Florida in football facilities? You'll have to ask Jeremy Foley about that. But I'm not here to talk about Jeremy Foley. I'll save that for another day. I'm trying to get. I mean, the guy fell asleep at the fucking day. I mean, he clearly fell asleep. I mean, it's a damn good thing you hired Spurrier. I'll say that. But tell me this. Let's get Chris Steele. It's Chris Steele, guys. It really make me sick, man. It really makes me sick. You talking about just another West Coast player coming down south. You know, and these Florida Gator boys, they got a chip. A lot of them from South Florida. I mean, they serious. Football's a different. I mean, it ain't just a game down there. It ain't just a sport. It ain't a recreational activity. It's life. So you better believe Chris Steele came to Florida. What his teammates accept him? Yeah, they accept him. But here's the deal. I mean, I don't give a damn if we're playing football outside in the backyard. If somebody comes from across the street, I don't give a damn if he's from across the street. He's going to know who the best player on the field is. But that's just my competition. That's how I roll. And there's a lot of guys on the Gators that roll that same way too. And I'm going to guarantee you, you coming from California, 5-star? California? I guarantee you, a lot of these guys had a chip on their shoulder. On the shoulders, boy, what's up? And I can tell you right now that the off-season workout, a little bit too tough. Something he's never experienced. The time management, speaking of itself, the Jalen Jones incident does not help at all. I mean, a lot of his teammates are saying homesick. I mean, you tell me who you going to believe, media or the teammates? I'm rolling with the teammates. I mean, I'm trusting the guys in that locker room over some guy trying to get a clip. I mean, his teammates taking up for the coach. I mean, it says a lot about the player when he started attacking the school and a coach who can't defend himself. I mean, that's like bullying, ain't it? I mean, come on, man. We still bullying people? I just don't understand. Right. But what I do understand is that losing Chris Steele is not a big deal to the Florida Gators' success in 2019, despite what the media will tell you, despite the 5-star beside his name. I mean, you're looking at a secondary that's well grown. I mean, clearly it'll hurt you depth if somebody was to get hurt again, or if Marco don't make a recovery. But don't forget about Kyrie Elam coming in. Don't forget about Kimbrough. I mean, and not to mention Sean Davis looming around. I don't think Brad Stewart, if he can get his head right, stay out of trouble. I mean, your safeties are locked right there. You got a little bit of depth behind him. Donovan Steiner made a great play against Mississippi State in the game. I mean, he's not somebody you want out there every down. But you can sneak a guy in there and actually make a play, and he can do it. I mean, just watch the Mississippi State play hit he put on Fitzgerald, man. Guy running wide open down the field. I'm so glad I didn't see. But, man, that's the difference in Dan Mullen coaching you and Joe Moorhead. Just asking this Fitzgerald how life in SEC is with that damn Mullen. I mean, the kid struggle fell apart. But, yeah, I just think Chris Steele's a big deal to fans because you see the 5-star California. Is the kid got skill? Yes, sir. Can the kid play? Oh, you better believe it. Does he got straight line speed? No doubt about it. Does he got some ball skill? He's one of the best. But at the same time, it'll hurt you more next year than this year. But again, the way the Florida guys are recruiting, Torian Gray is your cornerbacks coach. I mean, the kid ought to be thinking his lucky stars that he had Torian Gray as his coach for just a short amount of time that he had, because I don't know many DB coaches in America that's more respected than Torian Gray. I mean, again, Georgia want to hire secondary coach away from us. I mean, we got this guy in Tennessee, secondary coach, trying to fuck hell, man. I ain't trying to be disrespectful because the guy did get Trey Dean. I mean, no matter what, I mean, he'll always remember for bringing Trey Dean to Florida with him. So he did his job at Florida, regardless of his. But anyway, yeah, fuck, what's his name? Fuck, I can't even think of his name right now. I ain't no damn Google fan, so I ain't looking it up. I hate to come unprepared, but fuck, I just want to do a show because a lot of people saying we're Lance and Jackson. I'll tell you. Yeah, but replacing the guy with the fuck, what's his name? Secondary coach last year. Yeah. Oh no, I can't even that. Larry. I think his name Larry or something. Hell, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure Larry something down about it. But either way, man, we upgraded the secondary coach with Torian Gray. But you put Torian Gray, Ron English, Todd Grantham on the same staff. A lot of experience. Todd Grantham in the second year. Say what you want about Todd Grantham. I mean, I've said it myself. But again, man, you led the SEC in turnovers last year. That's something to build on. You may not have a dominant guy like Polite coming back as far as sack numbers. But who's seen that coming? Not a lot of people. Now, I know we talked about Polite on the show a bit. I mean, I ain't going to tell you I expect him to have double-digit sacks like he had. But I did expect the kid to come on and surprise some people. And that he did. And one thing about Polite, he opened it up for a lot of other people, too. If you go back and watch the tape against Michigan when Amari Burney got the sack, that was all Ja'Kai Polite right there. I mean, and a lot of people excited about Amari Burney. I am too. I think he's got hybrid skill. I mean, he's everything you want in today's college football. He plays safety, linebacker. I would tell you he can get after the quarterback a little bit. But I tell you what he can do, and that's cover. And one thing in Florida, Gators have struggled is covering tight ends, and I think Amari Burney is your answer for that. We just haven't had linebackers that can really cover the tight end position or anybody at all, actually. But maybe it's scheme, maybe it's personnel, a little bit of both. I do think David Reese eager to come back and have a big year. Not really the impact that you would hope from a David Reese. Or what I know a lot of people down on David Reese. I've always had a lot of respect for the kid. I think he can play. Maybe the injury set him back last year. He never really recovered, but man, I sure would like to have him week 2 last year. But hopefully he'll be healthy this year and come back and have another 100 tackle season like he's done before in the past. 2 years separated. Sophomore year, 100 tackles. David Reese, only 3 linebackers in Florida Gators history recorded 100 tackles, but. I'll tell you, number 33, David Reese. I mean, just stuffs a middle leader. I mean, vocal leader. Maybe not have the speed that you want a middle linebacker, but he's got some instincts. One thing about David Reese, man, when he gets there, he wraps up. I like David Reese a lot. Really, need some other guys at linebacker to step up. I mean, really, James Houston, a lot of people. Sorry about that, guy. I heard Rashad Jackson probably gonna transfer out. It ain't been mentioned yet, so don't. We ain't trying to break news and lines. It's something I heard. Maybe he don't, maybe he does. Either way. But yeah, Venture Miller, guys out there, really just need to step up, man. Come on. Couple guys had a good year last year. Yeah, really like our secondary though. Again, if we get Wilson back outside with C.J. Henderson, I think Sean Davis would be primed to have a good year. If he just never can get to the off season healthy. He just always starts the season hurt. Really sets him back. But I like to see Sean Davis come alive, man. He's a guy who, when he signed 3-star, I've always followed close and just waiting for him to have his breakout game. He had a pick against Florida State. Pretty sure this freshman year, and really just like I said, kid get on field, make the impact that I think he can make. And I'm sure a lot of his coaches and teammates feel the same way. Look how Sean Davis is shit. But I mean, wait. Well, that's I would tell you, man. Don't just bottom line all the media. I mean, it's that time of year. I mean, everybody hates their job because it ain't football season. Basketball season's over. And we know the SEC. I mean, we've seen church leagues more competitive in basketball than the SEC. I mean, let's just be honest. Ain't nobody excited about covering that. Okay? Ain't nobody excited. So when you get a story, you want to run with it. But to run that mold into the mud, question a man's character and Gator standard is really just says all you need to know about the media. And I would tell them this, the joke's on you because this is not for you. We're the Florida Gators, Gator Nation. If you ain't, just hate. You know the deal. You even a Gator? Well, you Gator back. I mean, you know. But really, the joke's on you, man, because this is not for you, people. I mean, being a Gator is special, man. I mean, it's iconic. I mean, you don't have to say a word. You just stole a chunk. You just ride down the road, you just stole a chunk. I mean, there's something to be said about that. I mean, there's power to be able to communicate without using words. I mean, I gotta tell you, I mean, it's kind of like the finger, I mean, it's, but nothing more powerful than a Gator chomp. So tell me that the offense is gonna be sick, man. This offense. I gotta tell you about this offense for real. Florida Gator offense 19. I see him averaging 38, 42 points a game. You look at Felipe Franks coming back. I believe this guy could be a Heisman contender. When you look at the touchdowns from last year, I believe he had 38 total. I could see him going for 45 total touchdowns this year when you add passing and rushing combined. I mean, the toughness he showed running the football last year and buy-in, and more importantly, the way the teammates finally bought into him. I mean, it's been a while since we've had a leader at quarterback, and you say what you want about Felipe, and maybe you don't want to lead your team, and maybe you don't, but that's okay. I don't need you to want Felipe Franks to lead this team. I need them guys in that locker room to want Felipe Franks to lead this Florida football team, and that's what we got. And we got a coach in Dan Mullen who believes in him, and I told you last year, man, Dan Mullen turned dirt to glitter, and he did that with Felipe Franks right in front of your eyes. And losing Jalen Jones hurts the depth a little bit. Really thought, but again, opens the door for Emory Jones. I mean, here's a guy waiting in the wings, leaking his chops. Got plenty of skill. Maybe don't have the body type for SEC play right away, but he's got skill. And if his number's ever called, Gator fans are in for a real treat. But again, Felipe Franks trying to have a Heisman Trophy run this year. I mean, you seen Benny Snell do it last year. I think Felipe Franks will be the guy this year under the radar. Maybe don't end up at the war, but I think he can get a lot of hype early and often, especially if you look at our first 6 games in the schedule. I think 6-0 start with quarterback play. Well, a lot of people when we talk about Franks and the Florida Gators, there ain't no doubt about it. But if you're going to be a good quarterback, you got to have people around you, and that's where Florida excels. I mean, you look at a team that won 4 games 2 years ago, and you look at the wide receiver depth. I mean, if you just go 3 wide, and I would say Swain, Jefferson, Tony. Okay. What about Grimes? What about Hot Sauce Hammond? I mean, you picking poison when you match up with these boys. What about Tyree Cleveland? I mean, you just mentioned Tyree Cleveland as your number 6 receiver. Here's a kid that come out of Houston, probably number one player in that state. I know he's a number 2 wide receiver overall. You know, Byron Tom Herman. I mean, it's a big time gift for Michael Wayne. Say what you want, big time steal. I mean, it maybe not. You seen him play against Tennessee, maybe. I mean, he's got the skill. 2 years in a row, that's just in case he may get Tennessee. It's unbelievable, man. The back shoulder throw last year, the Hail Mary, we all know about. Oh, Lord. There you go. Y'all go on my Twitter handle, Lance and Jasper. Look at the Tecmo Bowl version of that play. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen in my life. But anyway, yeah, Tyree Cleveland, I mean, it's a sick depth. And again, special teams was great last year. You expect that to keep improving. I mean, that's a big deal when you win special teams. I mean, it's like Mullen said, you win 2 out of 3 phases of the football game, well, there's defense and offense, special teams defense, special teams offense, whatever the combination may be of the 3. But you're gonna win a football game. I mean, I mean, when you talk about those 6 receivers, I mean, you ain't talking about Jacob Copeland. I mean, here's a guy who last year I really thought had a chance to be the best receiver on our team. A little bit of injury, another injury this year, setback. But I know a guy close to the program. He says Jacob Copeland ain't lost his confidence, and you know it's not ideal to come to college and be hurt. But he's learned a lot from it, and when he gets a chance, he's gonna shine. And believe you me, Jacob Copeland's a real deal. The kid can play. I mean, I don't know if man, I just hate look. Injury bucket's got this kid. I really believe he's a star. I mean, Kadarius Toney can do some great things, and I think Jacob Copeland is more of a true wide receiver who's got a lot of the electricity that Toney possesses. But give Toney a lot of credit, man. He really stepped up his game last year, wide receiver. He got better as the year went on. And now you're talking year 2 under Billy Gonzalez with these guys, knowing what they can do. Dan Mullen as a play caller year 2, knowing what these kids can do. You know, I mean, it's really hard to game plan because who are you going to take away? I mean, I just named you 6, and we ain't got to the running backs. We ain't got to the tight ends. And you still got to count for Felipe as a runner, too, while you're trying to stop all these receivers running downfield. I mean, really going to put defenses in the bind this year. You can talk all you want about the offensive line being inexperienced, unknown. I mean, that's fine. I think Dan Mullen's a play caller. Has proven he can negate a lot of things. I think he'll help this offensive line throughout the season until they're ready to be what they want to be, and that's a running football team. I mean, you see the spring game, the high flying, the numbers, the passing, the air attack, and that's great. We love it. Entertain the fans. That's what it's all about. And you know, you can see it a couple games this year as well, if that's best way to win the game. But I just know Dan Mullen's a power football team. They want to run the ball. They're built on running the ball. You got the backs like Pierce and Piron. Malik Davis seems to be coming back strong. You got the recruit. Naquan Wright coming in. Still got Iverson Clement living back there. Interesting player to me. I wonder what they're going to do with Iverson Clement. If he sees the field, if he's a special teams, if he moves wide receiver, DB just for extra depth. I mean, Iverson Clement, I mean, you watch this, kid's got heart, man. He's born to be a Gator. I'll say that about him. New Jersey kid, just all of his high school tape. Every time he scored a touchdown, he Gator challenge. Just love the kid's passion, love his attitude, man. Just the fact that he ain't quit. You know what I mean? He just ain't quit. He ain't went home. I mean, the kid's, I mean, you want to talk about a depth chart. Look at our running back room. And the kid's just hanging in there. I mean, I really respect the hell out of guys out there. I was a commit. Gator great, man. I mean, you got to have these guys in the locker room, man, setting the tone, setting the standard, going to practice. I mean, you know, giving guys good looks, good competition. I mean, that's how you program. That's how your program becomes a program. I mean, this sounds stupid. I mean, it don't sound stupid. It just sounds, you know, basic, little regular, little coach speak. Straight up, man, you got to compete every day, man. You cannot afford to feel arrived. in SEC land. You know what I mean? It's just the competition too strong. The target's too big on your back, and when you're the Gators, every game's an iconic game. But man, I just want to talk to y'all a little bit, man. You know, I feel for the Gators damn on. Again, this team, this ain't had a potential for 12-0. I won't call 12-0 yet. Give me another show to do. Let me get all my information down on my players. I'll give you a depth chart. Next time I do a show, probably give me a week. I'll break it down in time. With a lot of people been asking where I've been, what I'm doing. My mom's been sick. I've been a little bit down, a little depressed. I mean, as you can tell, I ain't got the fire and passion I normally have. But I just want to talk to you, let you know Lance and Jasper's still alive. I'll be coming back with the same radio rage, fire and passion that you know me for. Today just wasn't the day, but I had to talk to you because a lot of folks out there putting out preseason Florida Gator 2019 preseason shows and putting my name on it. They're not real, so if you want the real deal, here's Lance and Jasper. Just a small talk. I know it wasn't great. Definitely below my standards for myself, and I hate to even put it out. But I just had to catch up with Gator Nation. I appreciate all my followers, all my fans, all the support, and let's get this thing up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so we can run it live straight off the tube and represent Gator Nation when it needs to be represented. Unlike these damn media members, again, trying to piss in your face and telling you it's raining. Well, let me tell you a favor. Pour yourself a hot cup and shut the hell up. Take I-75 northbound up here to Jasper, Tennessee. And if you don't like my damn peaches, don't shake my tree. Go Gators.